What's going on, guys? Today we got a little something in the garage. You probably seen it in the last video with the fork adapters or the triple tree adapters. So usually this would be a ride day video for the Friday videos that I'm trying to put out every week, trying to get a little bit more content out there for you guys. But yeah, so last weekend it rained, and then the weekend before that I was pretty sick, so I couldn't go. So I figured, I got this bike in the garage right now. I got to bring it back to my buddy soon, but kind of wanted to show you what it looks like now, and we're going to be doing a whole transformation on this thing. Let me just show you real quick. We got the Mx500 in the garage. This thing's pretty well modded. My buddy got a hell of a deal for this. Pretty much a whole RSF, another, I think, a Mx500 frame or 650, I'm not too sure. There's like 2 stock swing arms, there's like 4 or 5, I think only like 3 pairs of wheel sets, like stock wheel sets, a QS 165 with the far driver 72 680 encoder models. I mean, this dude got so much stuff for like literally stole it from the dude. But from what I hear is the guy who sold this stuff watches the channel, so if you're out there, make yourself known in the comments. It's crazy. But hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully the previous owner enjoys seeing this on the channel. Hopefully we'll have it on here quite a bit, do some rides, maybe some lot days, stuff like that. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about it. Maybe some of you recognize these plastics, but these are the old CRF 50 plastics off the Mototec. I just slapped them on there for my buddy since I will no longer be using them on the Mototec. But yeah, this thing's pretty interesting. So we got the 17-inch wheels. We got forks that are entirely too long. We're talking probably about 12 inches too long for this bike. You could probably get a new shock for it and bring this down. Usually I don't like seeing these go down a lot, but in this case it definitely needs it. We got the NIU battery, more commonly known as the shrimp batteries. We got a 72-300, little sketchy. So as you can see, it's all held on by zip ties, and then this bungee cord right here. So the bolts for the phase and the battery leads, they're too long, and there's like a bunch of washers stacked under there. Then you can see this green phase is super loose, which is very dangerous. I'm not sure if it's stripped out, the bolt's stripped out or something, but I cannot get it tight. And like I said, guys, this is very dangerous. If your phases are loose, this phase wire is going to get extremely hot. It's gonna arc, spark, it's gonna burn the whole bike down. So make sure that you guys are not riding like this. Very dangerous. But otherwise, we got the MY1020. I'm not sure whose custom swing arm this is. I thought it might have been Regen Fabs, but it's not. It's got the mounts for the MY1020 or the QS 165. It is pretty long. I'm not too sure the entire length. No sliding dropouts. Got the brake mount. We got the 53 or 54 millimeter brake going up to the handbrake. We just slapped that on. It was rocking the stock razor bars, and it felt like you were touching fists because those things are so small. So I threw on the pro tapers on in the last video. But yeah, this thing's pretty interesting. As you can see, the front wheel is sitting on the ground. The back wheel is pretty far up off the ground. So you can only imagine how it sits while it's actually flat on the ground. And as you can see, we got the fork tubes popping up way too far in order to combat that, but it still rides like a chopper. And yes, guys, I know this isn't correct. I know some of you saying, oh, these are gonna fall out and bust you in the chin. Listen, the taper doesn't start or stop until like way down here. So it is 45 millimeters from here to about here, where it eventually goes from 45, 46, 47 to 48. Now this one, it is very on the edge. Obviously you can see this, it start to taper down right here. But guys, There's absolutely no freaking way that these clamps are gonna let this thing slip up. And even if it does slip up, there's no way it's gonna run past these bars. Chill out. But nonetheless, we're definitely going to throw smaller forks on these. These need like a 670 or 690 millimeter, whatever the measurements end up being, to level this thing out, and probably put a longer shock. I'm not sure what kind of shock this is, but I mean, literally, if you sit on it, it doesn't do anything. It's pretty rigid. So probably a new shock just to bring this down a little bit. Like I said, he's got the 680, so I'll make one of my far driver mounts for that. We got the Hot Pack 72 volt. I think it's like 120 amp discharge battery. And then the QS165 is going to go on. Now, I'm not entirely sure the QS165 is going to work with this big 14-inch wheel on the rear. So we might end up going to, a 12-inch. And even then, the swing arm is super long. So, I don't know. In my opinion, the stretch swing arms really kill wheelies. They make them not as fun. It's too much swing arm, not enough bike, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. So we may end up taking the two stock swing arms he has, combining them up and making it just long enough so we could fit a QS165 and a 12-inch with some street tires. Of course, we'll swap that over to a 12-inch with some shorter forks. This thing is pretty interesting though. I mean, you can't really ride it because the phases, or that phase wire, gets extremely hot very fast, but you know me, I'm pretty careful about stuff, so I know my limit. But I've taken it out, done some wheelies. These forks are just entirely too heavy. I think I only have this running at like 50 amps. I'm not too sure what the shrimp battery can do. But like I said, in this configuration, it's all going to get ripped out. Most likely some of this stuff is going to be put in that RSF roller because it's all stock. It's got the SLAs, everything. So we'll put the MY1020 on it, and I doubt that shrimp battery is going to fit in there, so we'll figure something out. But yeah, we got the Domino throttle. This is my first time actually feeling one of these, and it's nice. It's not bad. I actually kind of like it. You know, I hear horror stories about these little pot boxes, and it's a little sketchy. It looks like it was just self-tapped into the side of the battery, which is a little worrisome. But I mean, it works. It absolutely works. A little weird, but no, honestly, this feels pretty good. It's got a good spring retention, snaps right back. Yeah, I mean, that's really it. I think we got a split sprocket adapter dealio, and then I believe this is a T8F setup. It's got like a roller kind of deal right here, which I think it needs to be moved back a little bit, or I just need to take a couple links out. I don't know. I think if I take a link out, it's going to be too short. So I'm not too sure. We may end up just slotting these and doing some slotted dropouts. So I mean, like I said, we got boxes and boxes of parts, so much stuff that we could probably put at least 2 bikes together. But yeah, this is kind of cool. Let's see, I've never had an MX frame of any kind. I had the RSF and the SX, so I'm interested to see how this thing rides once it's all set back up. And with the QS165, that's going to be interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of the peg position. It's like a little too far forward, and it's not bad though. I mean, it could just be because these wheels are so big and it sits so tall. It feels like the pegs are like 4 feet off the ground. But yeah. And of course, we got the old Mototec plastics, so we'll throw our little charge port down there. I don't know, we might end up swapping these plastics off. They're pretty crusty, dusty. They've been through hell and back. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. This thing is broken. It's missing the little metal circle thing that clamps down. But nonetheless, She definitely starts up, but you can tell with the loose phase wire. Let's see if it'll do it. Yeah. And then it gets connection again. So super sketchy. Definitely something I won't be riding around today in this video, but I kind of wanted to share it with you guys. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good little transformation video. Probably do like a little time-lapse video up over at his shop. But yeah, I'm excited to see this thing. I'm excited to get all my buddies in the electric stuff. He's the one that I built the SSR for. He actually just recently got a Sur-on as well. So we're hoping to get all the boys on one of these things and get some Northwest Florida rideouts going. You know, we got all the Pensacola boys, Panama City, Fort Walton, all these guys. So if you guys are in the area, hit us up, hit me up. Let's get a ride going. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, let's see, so we got this tail light that I'm working on for A&E Electrics, my buddy Austin Nieheiser. I went ahead and designed this universal tail light bracket, so you can see the holes right there on the side. The SX actually has a little bit wider of a round bar right here, so it's got 2 slots, one for MX, one for SX. So hopefully these will be included in his light kit soon. Maybe I'll even make a universal one for you guys if you're interested in that. But yeah, pretty sick. Sorry, this is kind of a boring video. We're not really doing anything with it right now. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys and get a video out for you. Give you something to look forward to. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. I'm probably going to go take the B1 out and go practice some wheelies. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.